My brothers, my sisters, I want to tell you a story today. It is not about power. It is not about politics. It is not even about me. It is about a little boy, a boy who carried a question so powerful, so innocent, that it cut deeper than any weapon I have ever faced. One day, as I was walking through the village, surrounded by soldiers and advisors, this boy pushed through the crowd. He looked at me. His eyes were shining not with fear, but with truth, and he asked me, "Are you God?" At first I laughed because how can a man be God? How can flesh and blood, dust and weakness hold the name of the Almighty? But then I looked again and I saw in his face not a joke, not a mistake, but a desperate search. This boy was not really asking about me. He was asking about life. He was asking about meaning. He was asking about hope. And in that moment, my brothers and sisters, I realized something. Sometimes God hides his most powerful messages inside the smallest voices. Sometimes the truth comes not from the mouth of the wise, but from the heart of a child. I did not answer him immediately. No, I stood still because the weight of his question pressed on me like the weight of the mountains. Are you God? What answer could I give that would not wound his faith, that would not mislead his heart? So I called the people closer. I said, "Come listen, because this question is not for me alone. It is for all of us." And what I told them that day shocked them. It shook the ground beneath their feet. Because the answer was not about me, it was about God, the one who breathes life into us all. When the boy asked me, "Are you God?" I could see the people waiting for me to laugh it away. They thought I would say, "No, of course not," and walk on. But I could not do that because his words touched a wound that we all carry, though we hide it. The wound of doubt, the wound of asking, where is God? Why does he not come down? Why does he let us suffer? So I bent down, I looked into the boy's eyes, and I said to him, "No, my son, I am not God. I am only a man. I bleed like you. I fall like you. I will one day die, just like you. But if you saw something in me that made you ask that question, then listen carefully. What you saw is not me. It is God shining through me for every act of courage, every sacrifice, every tear that falls for justice. None of it belongs to me. It belongs to him." The people gasped. Some clapped their hands to their mouths. Others stared frozen because they realized this was not about me at all. It was about them. I turned to the crowd and I said, "Do you not see this is the mystery of God? He does not walk among us in golden robes or thunder and lightning. He walks among us, in us. He hides himself in the mother who prays through the night for her sick child. He hides himself in the farmer who works under the sun so his village does not starve. He hides himself in the soldier who gives his life so that others may live. And yes, sometimes if you are still enough, you may even see him shining through a stranger, through a leader, even through a little boy." The silence was so heavy, my brothers and sisters, that I could hear hearts beating. Then I asked the boy, "My son, when you saw me and thought I was God, what did you see?" His answer broke me. He said, "He saw someone who is not afraid to stand when others are afraid to kneel. I saw someone who protects us, someone who gives hope, and I thought maybe only God can do that." Tears filled my eyes because I realized the truth. This boy was not searching for me. He was searching for God in a broken world. He was searching for proof that God still walks with his people. And that, my brothers and sisters, is why I tell you today, do not look for God only in the sky or in temples of stone. Look for him in your neighbor. Look for him in yourself, because when you act with love, with courage, with justice, then yes, in that moment you carry God into the world. And that is what shocked the people that day, because they realized the question was not, "Are you God?" but rather, do we let God live through us? My brothers, my sisters, that little boy's question burned in my heart for many nights. I could not sleep because I kept asking myself, why would a child confuse a man with God? And then I understood it was because the child had not yet seen God with his own eyes. He had heard of them in prayers, in songs, in stories told by his mother at night, but he was still waiting for proof, still waiting for a sign. And I ask you today, are we not all like that child? Have you not prayed and felt nothing? Have you not cried out in the night and only heard your own voice? Have you not seen injustice win, evil rise, the innocent suffer, and asked yourself, where is God? Why is he silent? Even I, as a soldier, as a leader, have asked these questions standing on battlefields surrounded by the dead. I have asked God, are you here or have you abandoned us? But listen carefully. Silence does not mean absence. The sky is silent, yet it holds the sun, the moon, and the stars. The earth is silent, yet it feeds us, sustains us. A mother is silent as she watches her child sleep, yet her love surrounds him completely. So it is with God. When you feel nothing, He is there. When you hear nothing, He is there. When the darkness surrounds you, He is still there, closer than your breath. But why then does He allow us to suffer? Why does He not sweep away all pain with one command? Because, my brothers and sisters, without struggle there is no strength. Without hunger, we do not value bread. Without night, we cannot recognize the dawn. God allows us to walk through storms, not to destroy us, but to awaken the God that He placed inside of us. That is why He sends questions through children, courage through leaders, wisdom through the weak, and love through the forgotten. The boy asked me if I was God, and my answer was, "No, my son, but if you see light in me, it is because God refuses to leave you. He has not abandoned you. He has only chosen to shine through human hands, human voices, human hearts." So when you ask, where is God, I say, look in the mirror, look in the hands that help, in the tears that heal, in the courage that refuses to kneel to evil. That is where God hides, not far above us, but deep within us. The boy's question was not really about me. It was about all of us, about what it means to live in a world where people are searching for God, but often only find silence. And here is the truth. God is waiting for us to be His answer. Do you remember the words of the boy? He said, he saw in me someone who protects, someone who gives hope, and he thought maybe only God can do that. But I tell you today, each one of you can do the same. Each one of you can be the reflection of God to another person. Each one of you can be the miracle someone is praying for. God does not always send angels from the skies. He sends ordinary men and women, mothers and fathers, sons and daughters. He sends you. When you feed the hungry, you are the hands of God. When you comfort the brokenhearted, you are the voice of God. When you stand up against injustice, you are the shield of God. When you forgive the one who wronged you, you are the mercy of God. When you refuse to bow to fear, you are the courage of God. This is what I told the people that day. Stop waiting for a sign in the clouds. Be the sign on the earth. Stop waiting for God to descend. Let Him rise within you. Some of you may say, but I am weak, I am poor, I am nobody. But remember, Moses had a stutter. David was a shepherd boy. Mary was a young village girl. And yet God chose them not because they were powerful, but because they were willing. The little boy saw God in me because I chose to stand. And if you choose to stand, PSC, and choose in faith and love, then others will see God in you too. My people, do you not see what this means? It means the power of God is not trapped in holy books or locked in temples. It is alive in the marketplace, in the fields, in the schools, in the battlefield, in the home. It is alive in you. And if we, as a people, as a nation, awaken to this truth, then no force on earth can destroy us. Because a people who carry God in their hearts cannot be enslaved. A people who walk as the hands of God cannot be defeated. So I ask you today, will you let God shine through you? Will you let your life become the answer to someone's prayer? Will you carry light into the darkness, courage into fear, hope into despair? If you will, then I tell you this, the world will look at you, and like that little boy, they will ask, are you God? And your answer will shake them just as mine did. You will say, no, I am not God, but He lives in me. And through me, you can see Him. That, my brothers and sisters, is how nations are rebuilt, not only with guns, not only with money, but with faith that becomes action, with people who become the vessels of the Almighty. When that boy asked me, are you gods? It was a question that at first seemed almost foolish. But now you see, it was not foolish at all. It was the cry of the human heart. It was the cry of the human heart. It was the cry of the cry of the cry of sad. Because whether you are a child in the village, it was the cry of a leader standing before armies. Deep down, you're asking the same thing. Where is God? Does He see me? Does He hear me? Does He care for us? And today I give you the answer with all the strength of my soul. Yes, He sees you. He hears you. He cares for you. But more than that, Tase, He is with you, not far away, not hidden in the clouds, but right here, right now in your breath. in your heartbeat, in your courage. When the little boy thought I was God, I told him, no, I am only a man. But I also told him, if you saw God in me, it is because he is not absent. He has not abandoned you. He has chosen to live through us as if we are willing. And I say the same to you today. God is not only to be found in prayers whispered on Friday, Sunday, or any holy day. He is to be found in how you treat your neighbor on Monday morning, and how you care for your children when you are tired, and how you forgive the enemy when revenge burns in your chest, and how you fight for justice even when it costs you everything. This, my brothers and sisters, is how nations rise, not by riches, not by weapons, not by kings or city, but by ordinary people carrying the extraordinary presence of God in their lives. Think of it, a little boy's question shook us today. Why? Because it reminded us that we are the proof of God. When we love, we prove God is love. When we act with justice, we prove God is just. When we sacrifice for one another, we prove God is alive. Think of it. A little boy's question shook us today. Why? Because it reminded us that we are the proof of God. When we love, we prove God is love. When we act with justice, we prove God is just. When we sacrifice for one another, we prove God is alive. So ask yourself, what will you prove with your life when your children look at you? Will they see despair? Or will they see God's light? When the world looks at our nation, will they see a people lost in darkness? Or people who carry the torch of faith, hope, and unity? The choice is ours. The question is before us. Ta said the same question of that little boy. But this time, the world is asking us, is God with you? Does God still walk among men? And I want us to be able to answer together with one voice, with one heart, with one face. Yes, he walks with us, he shines through us, he lives in us. Never again should we think of ourselves as abandoned. Never again should we think of ourselves as weak. Never again should we believe the lie that we are alone. Because if God lives in us, then we are never outnumbered. We are never powerless. We are never hopeless. And so, my brothers and sisters, I leave you with this truth. The boy asked if I was God. I told him no, but I also told him Asia too can be the place where others see God. Let your life be the answer to the cries of the world. Let your courage be the proof of God's strength. Let your love be the mirror of God's heart. And if we do this SCOA, if we rise as a people who live with God within this SCOA, then generations yet unborn will look back and say, on there was a time when men thought God was absent, but a nation rose and proved he was here all along. That nation will be us. And that, my brothers and sisters, is the answer to the boy's question. That is the answer that will echo across the earth. No, I am not God, but yes, he is alive. And you can see him in me, and I will see him in you.